Hi, I'm Asphyxia. I'm deaf. I'm an artist, writer, music composer, and activist. You may know me as the author of Future Girl. I'm now working on a project to make music more accessible for deaf and hard of hearing people, and have developed a music app called Amplio, which is like Spotify for deaf people. With Amplio, you can see every note on every instrument. You can feel vibrations that represent the lyrics as well as the beat. You can hear sounds designed for hearing aids, cochlear implants, and for those who don't wear either. You can customize the sound to your hearing range. It doesn't matter if you're only slightly hard of hearing or totally deaf. Amplio can improve your music experience. Growing up, my music education in school was terrible, and it's been a very challenging road for me to figure out how to access music effectively. I feel really passionate about sharing the music knowledge I have to transform the lives of others, especially today's young people. I want to empower young, deaf, and hard of hearing people to access music easily and confidently, and provide them with the tools and knowledge that will ensure they understand the nuances of how our music experience is different from that of hearing people, and how to get the most of music in the context of being deaf or hard of hearing. The first time I hear a song, it's a jumble of noise. My mum used to put on Christmas carols and would sing along. By lip reading her, reading the words and gestures that showed what was happening in the music, I didn't realize that by doing this, she was training me to understand the sounds in the song. She'd put on Patsy Biscoe's Christmas carols every night as I went to sleep. And over time, I learnt to hear and love it. However, my mum didn't have a lot of time to help me to learn music. So when I was a teenager, I hadn't learnt many more songs. But given that I love music as much as any hearing person, I preferred to listen to the few songs I knew than no music at all. I remember when I was 17 at a party, a guy asked me what music I like, and I answered Christmas carols. He pissed himself laughing. I didn't know why this was so funny. I felt really embarrassed. All my life, if someone comes close enough to me while I'm streaming music through my hearing aids, and they realize that I'm listening to Christmas carols, they do a double take and laugh. What, you? I would never have thought that you would listen to Christmas carols. I understood that my identity was somehow tied up with the music that I liked, but I couldn't fathom what it was. I wish this stuff was taught in school, but hearing people seem to learn it by osmosis. For most of my life, if I wanted to hear a song, I would need to read the lyrics and ask a hearing person to sing along with it so I could see what was happening in the music. My audio memory, it isn't great, so they would generally be sick of the song before I'd learnt it and ban me from playing it in their presence. Because of this, I mostly ended up listening to the few songs I knew alone. I longed to access more songs, but didn't want to annoy the hearing people around me by asking for help. In recent years, technology such as streaming sounds to my hearing aids has improved the quality of what I can hear, but also forces me to listen alone. When I try to share music with others, we have problems such as that they need it at one volume and I need it at another volume. And any background noise or change in speaker means that I can no longer recognize the song. There can also be weird problems like that some drum sounds hurt my ears, and some sounds are close to speech, so my hearing aids amplify them while turning down other sounds, meaning that I lose the beat of the song. I really love sharing music with other people, but usually end up listening to it alone. When I have a party and want to include music, I never know what music is socially acceptable and always need to ask a hearing person to handle this for me. I have conducted online surveys to understand the barriers experienced by other deaf and hard of hearing people, and have found out that the problems I've been having with music are common. In developing Amplio, I've addressed key issues that come up for deaf and hard of hearing people in accessing recorded music. I'll show you around the app and explain how the features work for us. In the music player, you can see 4 instruments: the drums, bass, 1 additional instrument, and the vocals. More instruments than this can make it hard for us to hear clearly, because even if we're only slightly hard of hearing, an inability to hear very quiet sounds means that we lose the capacity to distinguish between instruments. On Amplio, songs are reduced to 4 instruments at a time to make them easier to hear. When we play a song, we can see the notes played on each instrument and read the lyrics exactly as they occur. We can even see how long each lyric is held for and whether the melody is going up or down. This supports the 86% of deaf and hard of hearing people who can't always hear when lyrics occur and wish there was a way to see visually what is happening in music. For each instrument, users can control the volume to make sure that they can hear it, but it doesn't overpower the vocals. We can train our brains by hearing each instrument by itself and seeing the visuals. This enables us to learn to hear the sounds of each instrument in the song and connect with it better. The pitch of each instrument can also be changed to suit what the user can hear. For the vocals, we record multiple versions for the user to choose from. For example, a male voice with low vocals and female voices with mid and high vocals. These controls assist the 76% of deaf and hard of hearing people who find that parts of songs sound really confusing.
Way out here they have a name for rain and wind and fire.
The rain is Tess, the fire's Joe, and they call the wind Mariah.
Mariah blows the stars around, sets the clouds a-flying.
Some people prefer to hear the original version of the song and make use of the visuals to understand it better. Amplio makes it easy for deaf and hard of hearing people to share music with other people. They can do this by streaming the tailored version of the song to their hearing aids or cochlear implants, while the hearing people hear the original version through the speakers. This is valuable for the 58% of people who would like to share music with others but can only listen to it alone due to limitations of their technology setup. Some songs have sign language videos. The user can see the lyrics while watching the video. Most deaf and hard of hearing people lack accurate pitch perception. Since the mood of music is largely conveyed through pitch, it can be really hard for us to understand the mood of a song from the sound alone. So sign language videos are very expressive and can help users to connect emotionally with the music.
I let my guard down and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. She's on fire, sparks fly behind her.
For those who would like to translate a song into sign language, there is a full description of the meaning of the lyrics available, written in deaf-friendly language. In order to improve the social and cultural exclusion that we have experienced, the Amplio website provides information about music genres to help people to understand how genre relates to identity. 63% of people said that they want to understand more about genres and discover what music they like. For every song, there is also a description of the mood and the cultural context to make it easy to select the right music for an occasion and understand what our peers are talking about. In Amplio, songs are categorized to make it easy to find suitable music. Popular music today is quite complex, with many rhythmic surprises, which are enjoyable for hearing people who have had plenty of exposure to music, but can make it difficult for deaf and hard of hearing people to immerse themselves in the beat. People who are inexperienced with music need songs with reduced complexity. So we have a new to music category. We provide categories for loss of low pitches or loss of high pitches. This assists the 49% of deaf and hard of hearing people who reported that they don't know how to find music they can hear clearly and enjoy. Music is one of the few activities that activates large areas of both sides of the brain. Research from Dr. Dean Shibata shows that while vibrations are experienced by most people in a small area of the brain, deaf people's brains rewire so that vibrations activate the same areas as music. This means we experience vibrations as magical and transportative, just as hearing people do music. While not all deaf people and hard of hearing people like vibrations, many of us do, and they are the most valued way for us to experience music. This is why most deaf and hard of hearing people look for music with a strong bass. On Amplio, that's not necessary, as every song comes packaged with a powerful vibrational experience designed by me. I, like many deaf people, discovered music vibrations at a nightclub. Deaf people gather around the speakers to enjoy the vibrations. But most of us don't know how to make the most of this at home. Subwoofers are problematic because to get powerful vibrations, we have to turn the volume up too loud, annoying the hearing people around us. Also, the vibrations only represent the bass and the kick drum, which can feel monotonous after a while. We need a vibrational experience that represents the whole song, including the melody and lyrics, enabling us to sing and sign along. With this, music becomes accessible even for those who are totally deaf. Deaf vibration designers, like we use at Amplio, are essential because our brains process vibrations differently from hearing people. This allows us to create tactile experiences that resonate deeply with deaf users, ensuring no nuances are lost in translation. "70% of us want guidance in how to set up a sound and vibrational system that allows us to enjoy music. But we don't know what to buy nor what to ask for. It took me years of asking around to discover that the secret is to plug in a haptic device, which vibrates without interrupting the audio experience of the song. However, little is known about how to set up a system that allows for a tailored audio along with powerful vibrations. I have designed systems that integrate with Amplio for the home, for large spaces such as a concert or school, and for on the go with haptic wearables. Schools could support deaf and hard of hearing students by setting up these systems so that students can become familiar with them and consider what technology they would like to make use of for their own lives. Now that we have technology in place to facilitate better music access, the question is how to make use of this in order to empower school students and equip them with all the knowledge they need to maximize their music experience. I believe that at the very least, all deaf and hard of hearing young people would benefit from studying a module in music access which covers the specific issues that we face. Going further, students could be encouraged to make music videos that represent music visually through sign language or other imagery. Amplio could be beneficial for all students, including hearing students, because of the visuals it supplies and the ability to deconstruct a song. In addition to the app and library of rebuilt songs, I have developed an online course which passes on the how and why of optimizing your music experience. This is called the Music Deep Dive for Deaf and Hard of Hearing. It covers everything I've learnt about music access that I wish someone had told me, presented in bite-sized pieces using easy English with videos, illustrations, and activities to put everything into practice. This course includes how to interpret their audiogram to maximize their musical experience, how to tailor sound in music to match what they can hear, how to unpack a song to learn what is happening with each instrument, how to train their brain to hear each instrument better, the right sound and vibration system for them, to discover options that allow them to share music with hearing people, the 4-piece band and why it works for deaf and hard of hearing people, why their experience of the mood in music is totally different to hearing people, and how to improve that. how music complexity affects their enjoyment of a song and what to do about it. How to rehearse and perform to a song while remaining perfectly in time without any assistance from hearing people. Also, one more interesting piece of information. An astonishing 60% of us, deaf and hard of hearing people, express a desire to make music, but lack the means to do so. Through exposure via the visual components of Amplio, users will be able to learn by example how music is constructed, opening the door to its creation. I hope to one day foster a vibrant community where deaf and hard of hearing musicians create music for one another, leading to the emergence of charts featuring accessible music hits and a deaf version of Grammy Awards. We'll have awards for the best vibrational experience and the best sounds for hearing aids and cochlear implants. I am really excited for the deaf and hard of hearing people you work with to be a part of this future, to become the vibration designers, composers, and judges in this new industry.